Hello everyone, and I'm so sorry for the shaky cam. I have my charger plugged in, but at least it doesn't like shake forever. It should stop, yeah, it should stop shaking. I'm using my new setup here. I'm right by my window, and I'm pretty sure if someone were to see, they'd see something really weird. uh, Anyways, I have a very interesting deck that isn't on YouTube, and that's why I'm doing these walkthroughs. I'm doing these walkthroughs just to show decks that you don't get to see all the cards or what it's like on like Amazon and all that. So this deck is a new arrival. It's a brand new deck. One card is damaged, but I've said that in my previous video that I uploaded earlier today. But let's just get into it here. This is the Tarocchino Mitelli Bologna 1660 CA. I want to say it's California, but no, that is not. So yeah, let's see. What else do I know about this? Well, let's just go on to it. First of all, the box is really small. It's not too small. It's actually like standard Los Carabeos size, but it's nice and sturdy. I don't know if you guys can see that. I don't know why people knock on it. It's just to show how thick it is. One thing I will say, the lid does like slide off really easily. It doesn't hold up pretty well, and if you like hold it upside down, the cards and everything will come out pretty easily. So I guess, if you hold it upside down, yeah, but, if you're traveling, it won't be really good. But still, a really nice box, and I like it. So, yeah. Put that over here. All right. Okay. Oh, trying to be real careful here. So, I got edition. It is a limited number edition. I got number 2847 out of 29.99. Here's the title card. And so, yeah, so I'm sure some of these cards, because I did shuffle this once, and just out of habit, and the cards are, I'm not sure how in order the cards are, but, I know this is the Fool, or at least it should be. I know that's the Magician, but he's the Street Performer. But anyways, this isn't a full 78 tarot, though. It's a Tarocchino, so it's like a mini tarot. So it's only 62 cards. But I do find a lot of similarities within this deck compared to other unique decks. Like, I think I see a lot of similarities with the Minchiate, I believe. But anyways, here are the backs, which again reminds me a lot of the Minchiate, but instead of like the lady, and it says... Etruria, here it says trombetta. Trombetta, yeah. So, yeah. Anyways, let's move forward again. That Street Performer with his little dog. So maybe, I don't know, because I don't think, yeah, there's no fool, there's no like dog here. So, yeah, it's really weird to record with this setup because there's this huge thing covering the screen. So, yeah. Now, what's really interesting here, I'm going to actually have to put these aside to show this. There's no High Priestess. Let me show you what instead we have. So we have this guy. We have her. She's obviously the Empress. We have the Emperor. And we have another guy. It looks very similar to him, but he's obviously different because one is seated and one is standing. Okay, so he's either he's the Hierophant or he's the Hierophant. I can't remember which went first or which came second. But yeah, I'll have to... And I tried looking for walkthroughs of this deck as well. See, one, if I'm the first to ever like do a walkthrough of it, or two, to see, and also to see which card went first. I can't remember because there's no numbers here. There's no number system, but for the most part, if you know your tarot, you should be able to know what those are. But yeah, that's really interesting here. But again, Emperor and Empress, they have the orbs here. What else can I say about this? They do look very similarly dressed. His green is on the outside, meanwhile the red is on the inside. His red is on the outside, meanwhile the green is on the inside. I don't know. Yeah, that's interesting. Unless these two are supposed to go together, and these that's an interesting matching thing. These are supposed to be for a game, so a matching game could play within that. So yeah, I think those two. Yep. Okay. So again, I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure. The booklet does come with a lot of information. Well, not too much information, but a good information about the cards. So, yeah. Here you have the Chariot. And instead of the Lovers, it's just Cupid. Much like the Minchiate. Not the Minchiate. The Vacera. Here it shows here. You know, it's just Cupid, and he's blind. Love is blind. Here we have Justice, traditional Justice, and here we have the Hermit. Again, this one is very, again, I'm going to say Minchiate a lot, because yes, this one does, with the 2 walking sticks here, the crippled Hermit. I'm not sure if the Hermit in the Minchiate has wings, so I'm not sure. Here we have Fortune with these coins falling out. So yeah, there's that. I know that the coin courts are very interesting in here. But anyways, here we have Strength with the pillar. Now this is a very, very interesting hanged man, or at least well, what's usually in the position of the hanged man. Here we have, I believe it could be the murderer, could be, or I don't know. I don't know what the correct term would be for this. But it does give me it does remind me a lot of like Cain and Abel, but Cain didn't kill Abel with a mallet. He killed him with either a club or a rock. But again, close enough resemblance, could be, you know. But again, this is obviously a different story here. But again, murder and death. He's killed, and then he dies. Very creepy. I like the pyramid in the background. Is that a dead bird? My gosh. The more you look at these cards, the more interesting they get. Here you have Temperance, typical Temperance. I liked how there's these striped clothes here. You know what these striped clothes remind me of? Those zebra gums. I've only ever had them like a handful of times, but they're I don't know if anyone's had them. I'm pretty sure people know what I'm talking about. Here you have the Devil, again, typical Devil card. It's very sketchy. I like how sketchbooky it's like, you know. Here again, those striped clothing here. I believe this is a tower, struck by God, you know. Here we have the Star. Also looks a lot like the Hermit. So, yeah, but again, the Star maybe could be a reference. I don't know. That's an interesting thing, you know, to think about, you know, and see how this affected the evolution of tarot. You know, here you have the moon, obviously with the moon here. The dog is one thing, but again, who's the lady? You know, the Victorian Romantic moon has a lady, you know, depicted in here, and she has the moon on her forehead. So again, it calls to a lot of other tarot decks. Here we have the Vachetta more, a lot, like this one, Apollo here for the sun, with his lyre there, you know. Looks very similar, like he shows up in the sun card in the Vachetta, from what I've seen. Here we have Judgment. You know, it seems like there's lacking in here, but again, you know, blowing the horn, the angel blowing the horn, you know, very Judgment-like. Then here we have the World, Atlas, depicted carrying the world on him, a great blue orb. So, yeah. Here we have the Ace of Wands. Now, here's when we get into the cards that are missing, well, that aren't included into this mini tarot, and that is the 2 through the 5, I believe. So it's going to jump from the Ace to the 6, and this isn't the only deck that I have that does this. Actually, let me bring that over here. Okay, so I have this little guy here who, you know, you have your Ace here. I just took it from the whole. There's like a whole other deck here. Sorry for the shakiness. My gosh, I'm still getting used to the setup. So yeah, but all the suits essentially are like this. It goes Ace, and then the 2, and then the 3. Whoa. And your 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then your Jack, Knight, and King. It's a shame that there's no Queens, but it is a very pretty deck. You can find this, like, it's not too hard to find these. I'm not sure the correct term on that, so on the title on that, I'm not sure what that deck is really called, but there's no majors in that. It's just a playing card deck. So anyways, it's kind of like that, but instead of like Ace, 2, and 3, it's missing the 2 through the 5s here. So yeah. And here you have the 7. Again, you get different colored ribbons. Very different types of setups here, in terms of like positioning of the wands, you know. Here we have the 8, Snake and the Crane. Bird eating some grapes right there. Then we go into your Page or your Jack, then your Knight, your Queen, and your King. And then we go into the cups here. I reorganized these. I believe it goes like wands, then swords, then cups, then coins, or coins and cups. They separate the receptive suits and the active suits. So the wands and the swords are together, and the cups and the coins are together. You know, and they organize them as such. But I put them wands, cups, swords, then coins. I don't know. It just felt right to me. Here you have the 7. And now the 8, 9, and the 10. And this is the card that came damaged to me. I don't know if you can see that. Oh my gosh, I'm so sad. But luckily, thankfully, and I'm so happy that they're able to do this, but Los Caraballo said that they will send me a replacement card as soon as possible. So yeah, they're like, just give us your address. And I'm like, awesome. And so, yeah, now I'm just waiting for that. I'm not even going to like really try and touch this deck as much. So yeah, here we have the Page of Cups, the Knight, the Queen, and the King. Here you have the Ace of Swords, a very beautiful Ace of Swords. The 6 of Swords. This is a very interesting 6 of Swords with this shield thing with this yellow and red here. Could it be a coat of arms thing? Just like the colors of the coat of arms, and you know, I don't know. Sometimes they'll do that when they do that for specific families here. I can't remember. I know the book says it was for family. Let me see if I can find it. Because it was created by Giuseppe Maria Mitelli. His father was also a painter as well. That's interesting. Let me see. Okay, yeah, Mitelli, given his intention to dedicate his work to the Bentivoglio family, included the heraldic emblem of the family on some of the cards, sometimes in its entirety, like the Ace of Chalices, and sometimes particularly as on the 6 of Swords. Oh, maybe I was right. Yeah, look at that. Huh. So I was right. Huh. Now, I did like read through this little guidebook real quick. It doesn't talk about like how you would be able to use it in divination. Let's see the Ace of Cups. It just talks about like the history of the deck. Oh yeah, there you go. There you see it right there on the cup. Yeah, I just like quickly just looked at it. And again, oh my gosh. When I do walkthroughs, I just walk through them. I don't really pay attention to them. I just show them on the video for my viewers. So yeah, I should really be paying more attention to them. But recently I've just been like flying through them just to get them over with. Here I have the 10. It's the back of the shield now. Oh. Here I have the Page, I like the huge sword that he has. Here you have the Knight, the Queen, and the King. The Ace of Coins here, and here you have it. Giuseppe Maria Mitelli, Descent. Don't know what that says. But yeah, the coins have some little drawings on them. As for all of these are birds. Then these are faces. You have a lot of devil faces in here. Again, lots of callbacks to like the Minchiate with all the different faces in each one. The painter, the sculptor, the violinist, the dancer, the hunter, the bannerman maybe, the fencer, and I think that could be like a form of gymnastics. That's interesting. I just barely noticed that right now. So I know I missed one on there that I didn't know. And what I love about these quartz is that they're not holding coins, they're holding coin purses, and I love that. Because it's kind of like, you want to be holding a giant medallion, you know? And here you see them like she has her coins all falling out and spilling everywhere, so she, you know, may not be great with saving her money. And then here we have him. His money is on a table, ready to be counted, you know? So that's really interesting. I like that. I love this deck. Oh, I wish I could just shuffle it so I can, you know, I could shuffle it. But again, it does say that it's not good for shuffling. Out of the one time that I did shuffle it, it's actually a really good shuffle. It's kind of reminds me of old Llewellyn. not the old Llewellyn, not that thin cardstock, but the thick cardstock that they came out with. So yeah. So yeah, I got a number 2847. I'm not sure how the numbers are going down. I don't know if they're going up or down. So I don't know if I'm pretty recent in the 2000 in the so I don't know. But you can find this available on Collect Tarot, on Amazon and on eBay, I believe, and quite a bit of other places. So keep your eye out. And yeah. Oh my gosh, I just got a message from Nobody Here about a deck. So about a deck that I was asking her about some issues because I messaged her on my deck issue with the Minchiate. So yeah, it comes all snugly into this little box. It's really, really well put together. So yeah, and again, it's very interesting how it's, I don't know, maybe it's just like a deck of the sign of the times. All decks were showing majors like that. Pretty sure that's how it was. But yeah, I love it. I think it's really interesting. In terms of divination, I wouldn't know how to use it. Maybe I'd like take out the number cards and just leave in the quartz and the majors and use it as like a little oracle perhaps. But it'd be wrong to remove the minor pip cards. So yeah, but I don't know. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm trying to think if there's anything else available on here. No, that's it. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys later. Bye.